Well, good evening, folks. Welcome into the first volleyball broadcast of the year. Sorry we are a little late coming in. We come into a 4-4 tie, but we've been fighting technology over here, JD. I had to dust off some cobwebs, shake a few things loose, and as you see, we still don't have quite a full screen, so we're going to have to work on our camera. Well, we're going to have to ask Mabank to work on the camera to get it all straightened out. But dadgummit, we're here, and we have got live volleyball action. As you saw, Eustace actually just giving up a point to the Lady Panthers. Got service over here from Lindsay Cope. She is one of the ones that's been out since the starting group. Nice little dig from her as well. Hard set over from Alexis Hall. Well played by Eustace. And we're going to have we have over the top. Yep, they called it on Eustace. So over the top there on Eustace. So breaking the plane of the net. I'm still catching my breath here, so y'all give me a second. I'm trying. Service there from Cope is going to be out of bounds, so that will bring the Lady Bulldogs within a point. We are in the first game again, as you see on the screen, 6-5. Lady Bulldogs going to be sending back number 6. That is Adeline Diaz de Leon. Dug out there by Cope. Bumped up in the air, got to be sent across. Good job there by Hall. Realizing she had to get it on that third bump. Big spike dug out by Cope, tapped over across by Kendall Woods. And again, playing the net, but falls through. Lady Panthers not able to survive that point. Knots it up 6-6, but not surprising for us, JD. Kendall Woods out there playing on the front line. She may not be the tallest lady in the world, but she may have some of the best hops in the school. Yeah. Boy or girl, doesn't really matter. Now that service going to be kept in. Might have ended up out, but going to be an easy play for the Lady Panthers either way. And blocked there by Woods. Eustace is going to have another chance at it and finds a soft spot. Kylan Wilkinson just not quite able to get over in the spot to get it dug out. And Eustace going to go on top here, 7-6. I believe it's the first time I've seen them lead so far today, JD. But I could be wrong.
Correct with that.
Another good job at handling the service here, but it's going to be a lane violation. I think they're saying somebody stepped across. I guess they're saying it was Hall. Now 2-point lead here for the Lady Bulldogs. Still Diaz de Leon back serving. Another hot shot dug out by Wilkinson. Return is going to be out of bounds. So it was a good shot. See, that was number 10 there, Macy Green, trying to fit it in that back line. Oh, they're actually going to say she did fit it in. I'm sorry, I've got to remember my my flag vernacular for volleyball, so that isn't in.
No, you had the correct flag right there. He definitely showed that it was out on it. I'm wondering if there may have been some other kind of penalty or something that swayed that notion.
Has to be. Now
might have said Wilkinson had hit it on that is why.
That's very true. It's very true. But the service for Eustace on the next point went into the net. So set up another chance here for the Panthers. That was number 7, Cambry Phillips, that did the serving, and it's going to be another violation here by Eustace. And that's, again, I'm just going to quit pretending I'm like the volleyball whisperer knowing exactly what I'm saying. I'm just going to say violation from now on. Take it, JD.
As Eustace going to return it right there. Sets it over the net is Mabank. Working with it. And that beautiful block right there. I believe that is going to be Alexis Hall on the block right there. Little return to sender on that one. So service will stay in Mabank's side. Phillips going to send another one over. Eustace going to work around with it, tries to get it over. Handled nicely by Mabank. Jakeway has her shot blocked. Mabank trying to fight it back across, but they're going to say a lift on that one. Gives the point over to Eustace.
So interesting fact, apparently our camera has a like flashing light on it that I didn't know about, so we're going to have to worry about that another day.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah. Ooh, Woods trying to put some mustard on that one. Unfortunately, into the net. Gaps it just a little bit more, opening it back up to 2. Thank you, JD, by the way.
Do what I can.
But yeah, we're going to have to, well, I'm going to have to dig into that. I'm not exactly sure how in the world a video camera has flash going off on it, but we'll figure it out one of these days. On the bottom of the bucket list.
Yeah.
Woods going to have another chance. Oh, I think she just mistimed her jump right there. Might have had a chance to really put something on it, but it looks like there's going to be another violation. They're going to say four-touch. Yeah. I can recognize what that symbol is. That one's easy enough for me to read there.
Right.
The 4 fingers. I wish all hand signs, regardless of what sport it is, hand signs for some reason have gotten very complicated. Our friend Rick Ratley would tell us not really, but it's just the truth. How about that? An excellent save there by the Lady Panthers. And ends up with a Eustace mistake. So able to get this thing tied back up, taking 2 quick points. And that is going to be Miss Kendall Woods back on the back line to send it in. Kind of a thing looked like it was going fast and just kind of died. But that one never did. Big slam there for the Lady Bulldogs. Puts them back ahead, 12-1. I'm so used to not having a score right there. I forget the scores right there. I'll have to tell you every time. Ooh, kind of a short serve. Well played there by the Lady Panthers. Big shot there. Does not get through. That is Ella Genovese. Few names on this list that we'll recognize from last year, like that one right there, Journey Jakeway, slamming through a point. Be a couple that we'll have to get to know and love. Again, 12-12 here, first set. The talented Mr. Wheeler Ranford out here taking photos as well. Nice serve by Miss Kilgore. Nice dig by Wilkinson. Another shot for Cope. Doesn't quite find a spot. Return for Eustace, dug out by Wilkinson. Kilgore sends across. Set, slam, and finds the empty space. So back and forth here between the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Panthers in this first set. Lady Bulldogs going to be sending back the freshman Bodie Hudson, a familiar name around these parts. First hit for the freshman. It's going to be dug out. Cope with the return hit. Another set and violation going to go against Eustace. So knots it up again, 13-13. So again, volleyball usually one of those games where it's a run of points, but these two teams battling back and forth point for point.
Yeah.
Little drop shot, nicely dug out there by Cope. Shot is almost blocked, but slips through. Cambry Phillips, the lefty, adding to the great lineage of lefties here at Mabank High School. Lady Panthers again up by a point. Good spot there for Hall on the on the serve. Eustace had a little trouble digging it out, but we're able to do so. And now a block in the middle. Another shot, another set, another shot for Cope. Ends up a little too strong this time.
A little bit of airmail on that one, as it just kept on going flat. Never really got the downforce on it.
Well, first of all, I don't have the hops to be able to get up onto a net. But even if I could, I would do that every single time. I just cannot. I have no process in my mind of how to make a volleyball go straight and then dive. It's that whole thing we talk about, the lineman thing. I was good at standing in front of people.
I was a big body. That was what I was.
It was a good serve by Wilkinson, now dug by Kilgore on the Eustace return, and Cope with the little tapper. Not able to secure the point. So they're going to say it was last touched by her before going out of bounds. So Wilson, the Lady Bulldogs, again back behind the line to serve. Going to be number 2, Abby Warren. Another lefty. There's a bump. Woods up high, has her shot tapped, and Eustace able to collect it and get it back over. Yeah. And Woods, just a little misplay there. Put Eustace back in the driver's seat. And of course, we're Panthers at heart, but JD, this one's got to be a little special for you. I don't know that we've ever had Eustace in a game before that we broadcast. And of course, you're an alum of Eustace, so this one's got to be a little something special for you.
You know, it's a game, that's for sure. No, all the love over to the people over there at Eustace. Of course, when you graduate from somewhere, it always means a little something special, getting to see your old team in action. And here going against my team that I support, it's a little mixed emotions there.
JD, I think I figured out what's going on with your headphones now.
I have like no gain on me at all.
Yeah,
hey,
that?
Look at
How's
there.
That? Is that better?
It does sound much better.
Well, I had to turn your actual mic level down, turn your gain up, but that should make it better for you there. All right, so Mabank able to squeak out another point here. Kylan Wilkinson kind of faced the disbelief, but happy to have the point, as you can see. It is going to send Miss Lindsay Cope back behind the line, doing a little service here and trying to get that evening point up. Set, spike, and she's not quite able to get a I almost said foot on it. Able to get a hand on it there was Cope. Okay, there we go. I was wondering. Like I either misread the score or it's taking them a minute to get it on there. But they got it. Another serve here for the Lady Bulldogs. Cope's dig. Double dig. No. Wasn't able to straighten out that second one. It's the problem with that side profile. Sometimes it looks good, but it ended up actually coming at JD there. As we know, I don't have the best eyes anyway. So
you had to duck a little bit.
So 19-16, kind of getting into the meat of that there, or of this first set. Of course, sets go to 25. Have to win by 2. So this is definitely the point in the match where you want to get yourself figured out and get what's going, especially in this first set, because I feel like you win that first set more often than not, at least from what we saw last year. You got to put yourself in the driver's seat for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it gives you that momentum. I mean, it's like any kind of sport. As soon as you get that first leg up, it helps to create that momentum, which then you can kind of steamroll on to give you a little bit of an easier time.
All right, so back to it. It's actually kind of a double dig there for the Lady Panthers, but we're able to make it work out for them. Now here's a set, and spike went, no, I thought it went into the net, but they're going to say it was blocked. Now going to be well out. The side judge actually saying it was out of bounds on the return, so it went to the side of the flag. So even if it would have somehow did some kind of crazy spin in, it wouldn't have been out. Now here is another lefty serve, and just going to be misplayed there by the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, just off the fingertips on that one.
Yeah, Phillips kind of had a knuckleball approach to that one, and that's exactly what happened back on the other side. That was number 7, Cheyenne Powell, just not quite able to handle it. So Lady Panthers back within a point. Another serve, that time going to be played correctly. And big block there. How about that? Number 8, Alexis Hall, and number 3, Kendall Woods, combining over in the corner. Evens things back out, 19-19. And as of right now, it's looking like that timeout is working out in the Lady Panthers' favor. Now Eustace is going to have to play it back from a little ways from the net. Now Woods, ooh.
And there she goes.
Again, just another rocket. And I'm telling you, volleyball is one of those sports where everything happens so fast. I feel like whenever I'm saying something, it's 8 minutes behind. Don't worry, folks. Our audio is not necessarily desynced. It's just, man, these girls get moving fast. That ball moves even faster.
We are a step behind what is going on up there.
So Cambry Phillips trying to put a little cushion on this lead. And, that time just mishits it. Came off the fingertips. So Eustace going to have a chance to try and finish this one off from the service line. Going to send back number 5, Landry Huggins. Hall with the hit, and somehow Woods was able to get it across, but they say she does step over the line. So that will be a point. A little conversation there between Hall and Woods, getting themselves straightened out. Cope digs out the serve. Hall sets it up. Woods plays from far back. Eustace barely able to get it, but does it anyway, and gonna find a soft spot.
Yeah, that was one of those no man land balls that two people had a shot at, but neither of them wanted to commit to it, and it just ended up falling.
So got some work to do here. Jakeway, how about that? He's going to pick up the point. Sends over a fireball. They weren't sure if it was going to dive or not, so had to try and play it. And misplaying it is Eustace. So sends back Miss Kendall Woods to the service line. Ball kind of took a right-hand angle to it when she got it over. Now Hall sets, Jakeway slap. Eustace setting up the offense. Hudson sent it across. Tap, another Jakeway hit, and Eustace can't play it. So Journey Jakeway having herself a little hitting clinic going on here. Knots it back up, and Eustace going to take the timeout. So they're going to want to think things over a little bit. And we're obviously going to have to think things over a little bit more here as well, JD.
Absolutely.
Again, last year was the first time anybody had put volleyball on the air, whether it was radio or YouTube or whatever. I think there had been maybe 1 or 2 YouTube things done from Mabank, but it wasn't, it was kind of just a tester type thing. So we're still kind of blazing the path of broadcasting volleyball. So everybody stick with us. We promise by, 25, 30 years into this thing, we'll have it figured out.
Absolutely. I'll finally understand the game fully by then, hopefully.
All right, Hudson with the big hit, able to sneak it through. Genovese just a little strong on the pepper there. Not quite able to keep the hands together, so Eustace going to put themselves back into the driver's seat, 23-22. And it is going to be Powell back to do the serving. Cope stepped up but had to step back. Now Genovese with the shot. High in the air. Powell bumps over and Eustace able to get it across. Now another set. Jakeway this time going to tap through. Eustace able to get back to it and play it honestly. Wilkinson taps up. Another set. Another shot for Jakeway. And again, Eustace finding their digs here deep into this first set. A couple of quick sets back and forth across for either team. Cope now sends it across.
One of the longer volleys we've seen here in this set.
Yep, and that is Bodie Hudson right there finding another soft spot. So she's put up a couple of points here quickly, and another timeout going to be called by the Lady Panthers. So coach going to want to talk things through and see if they can salvage this here first set. Again, we talked about how much this first set is important. So obviously they feel the same way.
Absolutely, and at the very least, you at least tick off that box of, okay, we got we got the first one. Don't have to be as worried about it now.
I'll give you even a little bit more. You know me, old loud voice McGee. All right, so service from Powell, and it's in. So Eustace is going to sneak the first game right on in, right in front of that first line. That is a set winner. Can I borrow your pen for a second?
You got it.
I'll try and keep track of this here. So 25-22. Eustace going to take down the Lady Panthers. And look at this, Miss Kylie over here. I thought you're back a little early now, aren't you? Uh-huh. There's Mr. Coulter. Oh, my goodness. Folks, I wish you could see him. He is a gorgeous little man. I'm glad Mom's doing good. I'm glad he's doing good. Absolutely. Good stuff. And we'll make a photographer of him yet, you know? Hopefully. Absolutely. It's always good to see, whenever you've got sponsors that are as involved as in the community as Miss Kylie over here, of course, was while she was pregnant, was a big part of the 70th annual rodeo going over there. And I tell you, that was a lot of fun for the city of Mabank, and of course, long-standing tradition. And they'll have some great memories of this one because I saw some of the photos, and they are crispy, my friend. They are crispy. All right. Well, back here for the second set. Teams have switched sides. Lady Bulldogs on top, 1-0. And the Lady Panthers going to see if they can pull back to even in the full game, and they're going to pull ahead here in set number one. Nice little dump off there. I apologize, I couldn't quite tell. I saw it was blonde. Okay, I was going to say I couldn't tell if it was Cope or Genovese, but I know it was one of the blonde young ladies out there. Eustace, almost able to get the point back. But Cope with a beautiful dig there. Now big shot. Phillips able to dig that one out, and I didn't see what happened. I thought it fell back on our side, but no, I guess
no,
it was
fell
a
right
violation.
in front of the Eustace defender there.
Okay.
She went for the block. So
that's the one other thing about volleyball is it's the only sport we've got a ref and a ladder right in the way. And how about that?
Serve.
Sneak it in there. Alexis Hall able to scoot one right inside there, right on about that 90-degree angle.
Going to pick up that nice ace right there.
I'll take it. And trying to go to the other side that time, just a bit outside. But I like the thought process there, one side to the other.
Get it switched up on him.
All right, it's going to send Miss Bodie Hudson back to the line for Eustace. Finding themselves down a couple of points here early in the set. Cope dug it out. Now going to have the chance to score that point. She does. Puts it down right in front of Miss Bodie there.
A little bit of authority behind that shot.
Absolutely. Going to send Miss Kylan Wilkinson back to the service line here. She's going to get a run and go at it. Bump, spike, nice dig. Another set here for Eustace, and spike going to be blocked. Who's that, Woods? I believe so. Miss Kendall Woods, again, using that athleticism. We talk about it all the time.
She just does such a phenomenal job of holding down that middle.
She is something else for sure. But I guess I didn't see what happened. I don't know why Eustace was serving, but okay. I guess I missed something. So I feel like the point was even put on the board for Mabank. Am I crazy?
I'm in agreement with you, bud.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna.
I don't know what happened.
We're just gonna go with what we see up there for now. So 4-3, we think. Serve. See if we can get one of those longer volleys going again. Cope with the shot and just mistreated there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she keeps sending it over, then those volleys aren't going to last long, as Cope is now 3 for 3 on those in this one.
I'll take it. I think that's a pretty good conversion right there.
Yeah.
It's going to send her back to the service line as well. Also going to get a running start at it. A little bit more of an arcing shot that time. Return is going to be out of bounds. So a little too far. I believe that was number 4, Bodie Hudson, sending that one a little too far out. Another Cope serve. Powell might have should have let that one go, but either way, Eustace is able to get it across, and a little cheeking send back there. It was the right thought there for Hall, just didn't quite work out, and her return smash is saved by Eustace, but they're going to have to get it across here. It's a good job by Hudson. Now set by Wilkinson, set by Hall. Woods couldn't get it across the lines. It was blocked by number 8, Madison Truitt. We'll now send Abby Warren, number 2, back for the Lady Bulldogs. Powell coming off of the court in favor. Dug out by Phillips. Jake Way shot and out. I thought somebody might have touched it. It looked like the trajectory might have changed just a bit, but probably just the backspin catching.
Something like that.
So back within a point here is Eustace, 6-5. Kind of a double dig there. Woods,
just wrong off the hand.
Yeah, was trying to give a soft shot after they've seen the power a time or two. Couldn't quite get it there. Warren again with the service. Nice dig by Phillips. Hall puts it up in the air. Woods trying to go back line and just too strong. Eustace going to capture the lead for the first time this set. Again, already up 1-0 within the game here. Got number 6, Lily Winters, another new name for us. Check it in. Looks to be one of the taller athletes on the team. And immediately you're going to go at her, and she did a good job to be able to dig it out. Now Eustace going to have another return shot. Hudson puts some mustard on it. Hall puts it up in the air. Jake Way, it's going to be double touched either way. It falls down to the, I almost said the turf. It's definitely not turf. It's hardwood. Evens things back up. Going to trade service for height here. I thought Warren was coming out for number 8, but that is not true. Had a double substitution. I apologize. And block attempt doesn't quite go the way Miss Journey Jakeway would have wanted it to over on that far end. So again, we've seen really small runs here tonight so far, JD.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth as opposed to the normal one side serves, the other side serves, kind of going in those 5 points or so runs. But it's been just anything you can do, I'm coming right back at you.
Exactly it. Jakeway, unfortunately, that time puts one a little too far out, so that will be now 9-7. Sends back Diaz de Leon. Gets it across. Hall sets it up again. Woods trying to go back line. It was a nice save there by Eustace. Hudson able to get it across. Another tap by Hall. Woods trying to find those soft spots. And, ooh, that time just kind of hit the outside of the finger there for Miss Bodie Hudson. Ends up falling down innocently to the ground. We'll send now Woods back to serve. Almost found a soft spot. And Jakeway quickly trying to get back on the corner, almost playing tennis there.
Oh!
But a sneaky shot by Eustace. I believe that was number 10, Macy Green, able to get just enough of it to send it across and score the point. Now Huggins going to be serving. Jump serve dies, but a beautiful dig there by Wilkinson. Genovese sent it across. Now another set and smash. And ooh, not able to quite play it out of the net there. Oh, they're going to say 4 touches. They say the hit from Jakeway went into the net. So keeps Huggins on the line. Again, Hall going to set it up. Jakeway to hit, and that one just doesn't quite get the height she wanted. So it'll be a bit of a run here for the Lady Bulldogs. Let's see if Lady Panthers can end it here. Again, we were just talking about how we haven't seen many runs, and that broadcaster curse kind of striking us now, JD.
Yeah, unfortunately, as it always does, happens to be for the for our side is the ones that are coming up. The wrong end of that deal.
And Cope trying to return it from a deep distance. Just kind of mistimed her jump there, I think. Didn't quite get anything on it, so now the Lady Panthers going to have to call a quick timeout, talk things over.
Yeah, just need a second to understand that things aren't over yet. Looks bad, always does, but there's always a way to come back from it. If you've shown already that you're fine with going the back and forth, but now they've sat here and they've gone on a little bit of run. Now it's time for you to come back out and go on a little bit of a run. We saw them do it in the first game, late at the end there after their timeout. So let's see if history may repeat itself here in this set.
Well, I would be all right with it. And again, that's something we saw a lot last year, was these big swings of runs. So I'd be all right with a little blast from the past right here. Oof, nice shot from Phillips. Eustace on the return here. Here we go, got one of those fast-paced volleys going on. Trying to decide who's going to take it. Now set. And light tap, Cope, she was able to get a finger on it, but she couldn't quite get it elevated up high enough to give somebody else a chance to get under it. Good effort there by the Lady Panthers, but that'll be another point swinging for Eustace. Huggins still on the line. Genovese didn't quite get enough mustard on that one, but it was a good return either way. But Eustace gets plenty on their follow-up and sink it in right in front of that back line. That gap keeps getting a little bigger. Up to 7 points now, 15-8. Huggins again sends across. Hall kind of doped everybody out there. Another set. And Cope trying with the touch instead that time. And finally, Mabank going to be able to get a point on the board as Powell just not quite able to get it over. Well, I guess that would have been the third touch. So that would have been quite a miracle play if she would have been able to get it back from where she was across the net within play. So Grace Kilgore on to do the serving here for the Lady Panthers. Strike is going to be able to pick up an extra point here. Just slightly misplayed. And this time Kilgore drops one in the bucket. Picking on the same player there. Giving her one hot and one cold. Let's see where she decides to go now. And going to put up another floater. This time Eustace is going to have a chance to return. Dug out and goes across the line and out of bounds. So that will now send Miss Cheyenne Powell, the libero for this Eustace Lady Bulldogs squad. As you saw, she got the serve across and fight for it at the net. Going to be a 4-touch violation on the Lady Panthers. So I think Cope's shot kind of caught the top of the net there and didn't get a full ball links across. Another set, and
number 9, Ella, going to be able to put one over.
Did it go over? Okay,
I
couldn't.
Yes.
Sorry, again, this stare kind of blocks when they're right there on the net.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to see. So that will send Cope, or excuse me, no, that wasn't Cope. That was Hall to serve. Return was soft by the Lady Bulldogs. And backwards hit there. So Hall just kind of had one get away from her a little bit. Results in a point for Eustace. Going to have a substitution on the floor for him. That is number 6, Diaz de Leon, coming out, and number 1, Berkeley Thrower, coming in. Serve from Hudson, going to be dug out by Cope. Return by Genovese. Again, going to find the net. Keeps Hudson on the line for the Lady Bulldogs. Puts them within a point of hitting that 20-point mark. And how about that? Was misplayed on that first tap, but somehow the Lady Panthers able to persevere. But unfortunately, it only lasts the one volley as the next point comes across, or excuse me, the next ball comes across to score. I think they're so used to the heavy hit at that point, they did not see the floater coming. Set up here by Cope. Phillips trying to find a spot. Was dug out. Now returned by Thrower. Good play there by the Bulldogs to keep it within play, and an even better dig there by Wilkinson. Kilgore tried to find that middle soft spot, but just not quite enough, but there is going to be a lane violation on number 5 there, Landry Huggins. Just kind of lost her balance and ended up across the line. So it'll be a savior of a point here for the Lady Panthers, and it will send Miss Kylan Wilkinson to serve, and unfortunately, going to go right into the net there. Now sends Braylee Powers, the lefty, back to serve here for the Bulldogs. Strong serve, gets across. Oof, man. Bodie Hudson.
Had the
Can't
power
say
in that
anything.
one.
Probably heard that one. That definitely had what we would call a mustard on
Yeah.
that. That was the shot heard around Mabank Gym right there.
Yeah, you heard that off the hand.
So puts Mabank in a precarious spot here. Down 22-13 in this second set. Again, already dropping the first set, so really need to find a little groove here and get one of those runs going that we were talking about. We've seen it go against us. Now we need to see one for us. They're going to have to do it against the serving of Briley Powers still. Oof. So it ends up working out. Looks like
effort play there from Wilkinson, keeping it alive.
Absolutely. This ball looked like it kind of rolled up Cope's arms, but able to make it work out, and somehow Bodie Hudson able to make that work out. Ball grazed the top of the net, but still able to smash down for a point. So within 2 points here are the Lady Bulldogs of wrapping up this second set. Here's a set by Hall, hit by Woods. Dug out by Eustace. Return here by Hudson is going to be out. So Sales out of that back line. We'll send Miss Lindsay Cope back to the service line. Got a substitution as Kilgore is out, and I believe that was Genovese that came in.
I believe it was Marker.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, JoJo Marker that came in. I apologize. And there she is immediately having to make a play. Just falling backwards, not quite able to make it all work out there was JoJo, but, or Jordan, excuse me. She's officially on the roster as Jordan. Sends back who we've seen be pretty much a service specialist there in Abby Warren, who again got it across with no problems. Big hit for Woods. That time not able to be handled by the Lady Bulldogs. So stack another point on the board here. And you've got another substitution over for Eustace. Phillips is going to be able to, I don't know if you exactly call that an ace, but we'll call it close enough. As Eustace not able
got the job done.
Yeah, not able to quite handle it correctly. And that one just kind of died, but Eustace does a good job of collecting it. And going to be a four-touch, or no, a lift. They're going to call a lift on the Lady Panthers, and that is the way the second set will end. So Mabank going to find themselves down 2-0 and going to have to figure out a way to pull this one out if they want to extend this out any longer. Well, we're going to take another short break. We'll be back here in just a minute, so y'all enjoy just the live sounds of Mabank Gymnasium.
left.
Actually?
Yeah, she was here, and then there wasn't anybody to hang out with. She was going to sit with me down there, so she left.
Yeah, we had to go to volleyball.
Volleyball.
I was like, please, like, Carson, be here. And then she's
She
not.
was for a while. She walked around looking for if anybody of her friends were here, but
Yeah.
she left. They were too busy slamming it down.
I wish we learned spike.
All right, back to it here. Third set of action. Mabank going to have to get it together and pick this one up if they want to extend the game out any farther. Finding themselves down 2 sets to none. I almost said one.
Yeah.
2 sets to none. That was Hall that started it out for us here. And, ooh, smoke show. They're going to say was tipped. Man, so that was going out of bounds by far, but they're going to say Cope caught just a fingertip on it. So Eustace is going to be able to pick up the first point, and the young lady that did it is now back to serve, Bodie Hudson. Here she comes with it and going to hit it into the net. Again, folks, she's a freshman, so she's going to be a force to be reckoned with for a few years. You can already see the talent. Obviously, here in Mabank, we know about the Hudson's talent set. As that one is going to be in, as the Lady Bulldogs sneak in another point. Yeah, we got to see Kai play here for several years. Of course, their father, Mr. Zach, was the athletic director and head coach here at Mabank for several years. I want to say it was like 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but he is actually over there in Eustace now, so good luck to him and his Bulldogs starting off week 1 this week as well. So, of course, will be really micro-focused in later towards the end of the year whenever they play against the Malakoff Tigers. That's always one to keep an eye on top of. And JD, as I've been yakking this whole time, they are still going. This is one of the longest volleys, and broadcaster curse again going to catch me.
Just had to say something, didn't you?
Yeah, so JD, now I'm finally realizing what I did wrong. I normally put me over here and you over here, and I have a switch. So that's why the microphone situation has been wonky tonight. I apologize. As how about that? A beautiful dig, but just not going to quite be able to sneak in the line. That was one of those where she dug it out and kind of tiptoed over the top of the net for a second. If it doesn't tiptoe the wrong way, that might fall in, but just a bad luck and a bad break there. Here's a set by Hall, and Woods was trying to go the soft route, but was saved either way by Cope. Beautifully done. Got to get it across. And, oof. Just hitting it where they're not there. That is number 8, Madison Truitt. Hitting to that back right corner. There was no Lady Panthers occupying that space. Good court vision by her to find the exact right spot. And here's the young lady that gave us so much trouble on that service line back before, and Briley Powers. Part of that big run in the second set for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's another big shot, that time deflected by Kilgore. Cope able to save the second return there by the Bulldogs. Here's another set for them. Big hit, dug out, set, hit, catches the top of the net there for Cope. Sends it back. It was kind of a combination of the Lady Bulldogs and the top of the net sent that one back. So they start this one on a bit of a run, now up 6-1, trying to close this game out. Ooh, Mabank over pursued a little bit, but able to collect, get it back across, and there's a nice block, and it's going to result in a point there. Again, that combination, well, I guess it's a different combination, but Miss Kendall Woods in the middle of it, that time with Cambry Phillips getting the block. So cuts this one just a little bit closer, 6-2 now. Lindsay Cope again back to do some serving. Set, hit, dug, and Woods trying to get everybody off balance a little bit, send towards that back line, but just a little too strong. We'll open back up another 5-point lead here for Eustace. And it will send on their serving specialist, Abby Warren. Hall able to get across. Set, spike, and was tapped there at the service, or excuse me, at the net. I believe that was Jake Way that was able to get a piece of it, but ends up falling awkwardly down to the hardwood. This will be another point. It looks like Miss Jordan Marker is ready to comes in place of Alexis Hall. So another serve. Marker able to put it up in the air. Jake Way with the little running shot. Eustace collects, now sends their own back. Wilkinson able to collect and put it up. Jake Way with the send across. Big hit there for Hudson, and just couldn't quite get enough wrist on it there was Miss Cope. It was a good tracking job there by Kylan Wilkinson, but not quite able to get back to the wall in time to even have a chance to try and save it. So Warren still on the line. Phillips able to control it. Woods hits one.
Sneak it in front. Able to have enough power to go through the block and let it fall right in front of the defender there. So Woods going to get accredited with that one.
We will take it. So Cambry Phillips back to serve now. Eustace going to have to get it across here, and Hudson going to hit it into the top of the net. So we'll bring Mabank within striking distance now. Marker sets it up. Jake Way. Oh, again trying to sneak it in that back line, but just a tad too much on the hit. Opens it back to a 6-point lead, 10-4. Marker coming out. Hall back in. It's a good serve there. That was Diaz de Leon. She pops it up in the air as well. Set up and going to be a 4-hit violation. Does it look like maybe it was just a bit of missed timing on the Lady Bulldogs side over there. Not able to quite corral it over. It sends Miss Kendall Woods back to the service line. Kind of a double dig for Eustace there. Seen a few of those from Mabank so far tonight. Jake Way going to have to send it across, and she does. And good play there in the middle. Didn't really have to do a whole lot, but Genovese able to just kind of be the body that needed to be there. And Mabank able to pick up another point here. Another good wood serve. Another return here by Hudson. That time is going to find the hardwood right between a couple of Lady Panthers on the back line. And it will now send Landry Huggins. She's the one who really dominated in that second set. I think she had like 7 or 8 of the points while she was at the service line.
We're going to end quickly there as a little mistake there by Eustace. Gives it right back to Mabank.
I like it. Keep her and the other one was at Powers.
Yeah.
Keep those two off the service line, and I'll be happy with it.
I think they'll be pretty happy with it too.
Yeah, because like I said, in that second set, they were both just kind of locked in and on. So any mistake from them we'll take, but unfortunately it is going to be not quite strong enough of a block that time for the Lady Panthers, and that will be the mistake that results in a point, but for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll now send Cheyenne Powell, the libero, back to do some serving here. Strong serve. It was dug out by Kilgore. Now Wilkinson going to have to send it back across. Good chance for Eustace, but a great save. And unfortunately, as the ball was trying to be blocked, it was tipped out of bounds there by the Lady Panthers. So a couple of good saves, but just weren't quite able to make that third. And it will now reopen the 6-point lead for Eustace. Cope trying to get the point back, and again, just a little too strong on that back line. And Mabank going to take a timeout. So it's been kind of a common theme we've seen so far here tonight, JD. Trying to get that back line, trying to put it in, right there in front of that line, and just not been quite able to do it. Really, and honestly, it's been both teams. Both have really tried to work on that back line, but Eustace had obviously a little bit more success on it than Mabank, but obviously something they're going to want to clean up before district play, and that's the great thing about all these pre-district games and tournaments and such, is you got really a lot of time to kind of dial in your game, figure out what you need to do before you get into the district slate.
Absolutely.
So still going to be Powell back on the line. Sends one across. Hall sets. Cope trying to find an empty space. Couldn't do it. And now, as we were just talking about, back line shot ends up just a bit too far for the Lady Bulldogs. See, we're going to have a substitution in. Again, it is going to be Marker coming in for Hall. And it's going to be Marker doing the serving here. It's a good serve. Eustace with the chance to return here. Great oh, man. Looked like it was going to be a great dig there for Kilgore. But it ends up just sailing too far on her and ends up right there on the Eustace bench. So now largest lead we've seen in quite some time, able to get it to that 7-point mark. As Hudson sends one that is going to just snuggle in on that back corner. Couldn't paint one better than that. Don't do that again, Miss Hudson. Cope. Oh, there you go. She's been trying that shot all night, but the cheeky little shot for Lindsay Cope, able to get the point. And it will send Kylan Wilkinson back to do some serving. Mabank trying to stay alive here. Pick up a set win here in this third set. Down 2-0. Eustace tried their Eustace tried their own soft play Didn't work out, but came back with the beans right after that, and were able to make that one work. Opens up now an 8-point lead. And we've talked about this before. Well, we talked about it last season. I know we talked about it a lot. That 20-point mark just seems to be a real, buster. If you're not within a few points and you let your opponent get to that 20-point mark, it really is tough. So
it's pretty demoralizing, yeah.
Yeah, so Mabank going to have to dig deep here, try and keep this thing alive and in good shape. Got a bit of a volley going on here as the ball is up in the air. And, it was going really well. But then able to sneak one, a little bit of juice on it, past the front line, not played by the back line particularly well. So now 9 points is the lead. And I told you, Briley Powers is the one that's back there making this happen. There's a great dig there, and I think Powell was expecting somebody else to make the dig. Kind of slid out of the way. Ends up touching down innocently. Got Jakeway coming back out. Kilgore heading towards the bench. Good serve by Cope. Going to be returned from deep by Hudson, and Woods able to get two hands on it and send it back down.
Yeah, beautiful block right there in the middle.
So I see from peering in back glass over there, Miss Honey Woods. Wonder why she's not a volleyball player. Yeah, not Honey Woods. Honey Aldridge, excuse me. I wonder why she's not a volleyball player. I mean, I know she's maybe one of the best girls basketball players in the state, but hey, we could use you out there on the front line,
Absolutely.
Cope does a good job orienting herself and being able to get it across the net. Big shot, going to be tapped by Jakeway, but not able to quite get enough on it to get the block. It ends up careening out of bounds for another point here for the Lady Bulldogs. So again, Abby Warren out to do some serving. Marker puts it up in the air. Woods trying to go to that back line, was dug out. Now Hudson again going to have to return from deep. Good job by the Lady Panthers to stay with it. Phillips sends it across. And Cope able to get a hand on it. And Wilkinson playing well off of it, but Woods just not quite able to get it across the net. So there it is, that 20-point mark, 20-11. Eustace 5 points away from ending this. Mabank 14 points away from extending this into another set. And Woods again with a nice cheeky shot, but Eustace recovers well, and Hudson able to get it across the line, so beautifully done. Jakeway trying to go to that back 90, but too far to the outside. Ends up falling down out of bounds. Magic number now 4 for Eustace. Got another substitution, as that was Huggins coming out and couldn't quite see who that
Audrey
was.
Kilcrease coming in there.
Kilcrease, thank you, sir. Marker puts it in the air. Phillips sends across. Now Eustace on their return, dug out by Cope. Wilkinson sends across. Didn't even see her diving in till the last moment there. And going to be out of bounds. So coming in and making an impact immediately is Kilcrease. Puts the Bulldogs within 3 of ending this night early. Jakeway. It was a good shot, but just mishandled there on the return. As I think Woods was expecting the ball to catch net, as we all were, but it didn't. It just kind of kept floating. The next thing you know, it was in her lap, and she just wasn't prepared for it. Did have another substitution as Hudson came out, and number 9, Landry Baker, is into the ball game for the first time tonight. Woods' hit goes off the top of the net. They're going to call that 4-touch. They're going to say never did touch a Lady Bulldog. So now within 1 point is Eustace. Probably one final substitution as Briley Powers going to come out, and number 13, Caitlin Castro, going to come in to play the front line. Serve from Warren was good. Marker puts it up in the air. Jake Way gets it across. Eustace able to play it cleanly. Now a big shot, no good, as it goes into the net there for number 1, Berkeley thrower. So Phillips now back. It was a good serve. Eustace going to have a chance to return here, but it gets into the net. She got a little away from the young lady there in the middle. I think it's number 10, Macy Green. She kind of floated a little too far for her. Phillips going to have another chance here. Another beautiful serve. Return for Eustace is not going to be played by Mabank. They got some fists on it, but not able to get it cleanly, and that is the way it goes. So unfortunately, things have kind of stepped down tonight as it went 25-22, then 25-16, then 25-13. So obviously, as Eustace got their mojo going a little bit there, Mabank not quite able to put on the points as much as we saw there in the first couple of sets. But again, we talked about it. These are all warm-up games, getting ready for district. Those are the ones that, you know, solidify where you do or whether you do or don't make it to the playoffs, and then, of course, your seeding. So, of course, would love to see them win these games, but know that it's kind of a work in progress, and got a lot of, as we said, new names on this team that are all still kind of gelling together, and we'll see what comes during district play.
Absolutely.
Well, all right, JD, next time you'll see us is going to be on Friday. We'll have things ironed out and kind of get everything all worked out. Again, we're kind of working the cobwebs out here ourselves tonight, so we do appreciate you being here. And until next time, we've been Cedar Creek Media, and we'll see you on Friday.